Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle, here to talk about today's game, Arsenal versus Fulham, a 2-1 win at the Emirates. What a game it was. Let's go straight into it. Right, so first of all I'm going to talk about the lineup as always. Today we had Partey out and we had Zinchenko out. Now neither of them were on the bench, which is a bit worrying, because I thought if you're going to rotate them, you put them on the bench, but apparently not. Maybe they're injured. Maybe it was just they needed to be rested. Whatever, right? We don't know why. It doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about how good it was, right? So the first thing you noticed was Xhaka having to do the same thing with Tierney, where they kind of interchange, but Tierney's more not as fluid at that as Zinchenko. So you notice the left side was a bit more vulnerable, and Mitrovic was abusing that left side when attacking, right? And that was not great to see. But also, you noticed El Neni didn't really do anything wrong. Like, he was pretty solid, and I think having Partey in this match wouldn't have changed much, right? I think it was a good performance from El Neni. However, a good performance from Tierney. I'm not saying his performance was bad. I just think we work better as a team when Zinchenko is there. Okay, right. So let's talk about some of the stats. We're going to go to possession. We dominated the match. 22 shots to 11 shots, I think, seems unfair. A lot of their shots was at the end of the match. But, oh my God, when we were 1-1, 1-0 down, I was thinking, this is the old Arsenal. We could not score to save our lives. It was, again, unlucky from Jesus. He needs to be scoring those chances to start for us. Not to start for us. Obviously, he's going to start for us. But to, break this curse of Arsenal strikers just not being able to score, right? He can score. He's very good at it. But it's just unfortunate. Today wasn't his day. But, yeah, we were much better than them on the field, but they were a lot more clinical, and you could see that they could easily have won that game. It was a very, very close game in the end, even though we were better than them. Yeah, it felt like a proper London derby, that did. I'm watching the match, I'm shitting myself. I'm thinking, no, we can't lose to Fulham. And then we can't draw to Fulham. We have to get a result here, and we did, and we're back at the top of the table, which is great to see. Right now, let's talk about Gabriel. Now, at the second half, his mistake actually cost us, but it just shows that yes, we have two great centre backs, but they still need to be aware that they're not perfect, they're not impenetrable, right? Gabriel, he's just playing with the ball. He's trying to dribble out. You're not going to dribble out against someone like Mitrovic. He's so tall. He's so physical. He won the ball off of you from coming behind, right? So Gabriel needs to be more mindful there. He just needs to play out the ball and not let Mitrovic come back to him, because that could have come back to bite us. Mitrovic's goal there. Fulham looked like they had the game. They were really in control for a bit of it, like. In control in terms of the mentality. Yes, we were in control of the ball for most of the match. I don't think they barely touched it, right? But mentally, they had the upper hand there. Oh well. But he did make up for it. Obviously, the late winner. It's great to see. But it was a pretty standard goal, and Martinelli's crosses throughout the matches were pretty shit. So we're just gonna kind of not talk about that goal. The goal I want to talk about is Odegaard's goal. Now, the link-up play here was amazing. Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Jesus is one of the best attacking forces I've seen in terms of the chances we create. Yes, we need to be a bit more clinical and score a lot more of those goals, because we could have scored so many goals today if we were that bit more clinical. But they just look so threatening every time we're attacking. You're thinking, oh, we should have scored. We should have scored. We should have scored. I thought that maybe 30 times in this match, and we only scored 2 times. It's great to see that, and Odegaard's goal is a prime example of us actually being clinical for once. Saka's just kind of passed it in. He's done a little bit of skill to get over it and put it on his left, and bang, top corner, Great goal from Odegaard to get us back in that match and gave us the momentum to go on, and Gabriel to get that goal. And what I liked about the Gabriel goal is it didn't come at the 88th minute, the 89th minute. It came at the 86th. You know, we're fighting for it at the end, but we have a bit of time still to maybe go 3-1 up if we wanted to. And also, you know, sort out our defensive substitutions and get those onto the field. Right, let's talk about some substitutes. I want to talk about specifically, where is it? Eddie Nketiah in the 61st minute. Now, this is when we're a goal down. He came on and he looked really solid. I think we need to give him a lot more minutes in the Europa League, in the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, and keep Jesus for the Prem, because Nketiah could bag 15 goals just from other competitions outside the Prem, and I'm not even exaggerating there. He looked so good, and I think it was the right decision to take Kieran Tierney off, because it just didn't look as good as it did with Zinchenko on the field. So Saka kind of came into left back there for a bit, didn't know what was going on, and then it kind of Martinelli's on the right wing, Saka's on the left wing, but eventually Xhaka came back and took that left back spot. And he looked solid there, as he does. The good thing about Xhaka is he can play anywhere in the midfield and left back, which is great to see. It's a very diverse player, and I think he doesn't get appreciated enough for his what's the word I'm looking for? His ability to adapt to his position, right? Again, when Tomiyasu came on, I don't even know what happened, but I think it was kind of Gabriel went to left back, and then it was a centre back partnership of Ben White and Saliba, and then you had Tomiyasu go to right back. What was I going to say? So, yeah, no, that was nice. I might have been waffling there. I can't exactly remember what was going on, because everyone was all over the place, but it was organised. Like, everyone could play everywhere. It's great to see from Arsenal. Yeah, sorry, I just lost my train of thought when I was waffling there. But you kind of get what I'm saying, right? When Tomiyasu came on, or not even, it was even before maybe, we just kind of swapped to having a back four that could play anywhere across the back four. And it was just really nice to see that. I like that a lot. The fans today were incredible, by the way. So loud. You know, I only heard the Fulham supporters when they scored. That's the only time I heard the Fulham supporters throughout the whole match, and it is what it is. I want to talk about the ref for a bit, because there was a lot of dodgy decisions. I thought this Gabriel Jesus yellow card was maybe a bit harsh. Now, I understand that the João Palhinha yellow card was a bit stupid, because the thing he got the yellow card for, he shouldn't have. But he deserved the yellow card in that match for sure. He was, you know, he put in some violent tackles, but he definitely deserved the yellow card. Gabriel Jesus was a bit pissed off at that. He's got in his face, but he's only said a few words. He hasn't made like a push. He hasn't done anything violent. But I guess the intent's there, so I guess you can see why it's a yellow card. But there's just a couple dodgy decisions where the referee just gave some in Fulham's favour when it should almost definitely be in Arsenal's favour. Let's talk about Fulham, because I want to talk about one man, and that is Bernd Leno. He had a really good game. You know, he some vital stops for us. I'm too used to him being on our side of the pitch, and he played very well. I was proud to see him play well, but thank God we scored. You know, I was thinking when he saved that first Odegaard shot, I was like, just come on, let it in. Obviously, he's not going to do that, but he was great in goal today. I thought Mitrovic, again, he looks very threatening. He's a great striker, isn't he? Palhinha was pretty good. Reed was good. Honestly, Robinson and Tete impressed me very well, because they held off Saka and Martinelli better than any of the teams we played so far. They held them off better than any of the teams we've played so far, and they're a team that's just been promoted, right? So, if you're a Fulham fan, you're happy with the performance, but I think you're unhappy with the result at the end, because obviously it's a last-minute winner. Reed was good. Both of the Reeds. Their two centre-backs were average. I thought nothing special there. And Cabano could have been more involved. But props to Fulham. They played a good game. But you know, in the end, we just won it, right? I did forget to mention one man for Arsenal. Now, yes, Bird Leno had a great game, but Ramsdale, unlucky to not get a clean sheet there, because obviously it's Gabriel's mistake, and Ramsdale's just got to gamble the way that Mitrovic's going. He gambled near post. It's unlucky. I mean, I think Ramsdale probably should have gone the other way, but who knows? He still might not have saved it. But he played really, really well. He made some really good saves near the end, especially right at the end, to keep us in it. Sorry, to keep us ahead. Not to keep us in it, but to keep us ahead. And that's the important thing, is the 3 points today. Last season, if we'd gone 1 goal down, it would end up being 2. And then maybe we'd score at the end, but it wouldn't have mattered, right? So that's great to see that we were able to pull it back in the end. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.